cut. That's immediately what I did when he said he had a kid.
Room full of women and they notice me. Now all they wanna listen to is Jodeci.
Hey guys, it's your girl Ky'mari, and I'm here with the story time. As you can tell by the title, like, comment, subscribe, and we're gonna get right into it. Okay, so I don't know if I want to give the dude in the name of what. I don't know if I want to give the dude a name because, I mean, this story is only pertaining to him, so, and I don't have no other stories about him, so his name don't even matter for real. We're not going to give him a name because it don't matter. So this dude, he was replying to my story like 2 years before I gave him a chance. Like, okay, how I initially knew about him was like, we followed each other. He would reply to my story a lot when like around at first, like for a minute he would reply to my story a lot, and I just like keep it cute. I either like it, heart it, whatever. Not too much to it. So after replying to my story a few times, more than a few times actually, more than a few times, he ended up like saying something like, I don't know, I think he said something like you be playing or something, and I was like, actually I have the messages. He was like, what I gotta do? You be BSing. And I was like, I have a boyfriend. He was like, okay, I'm gonna hold it down. What? I ain't gonna lie, that when he said that to me, I'm not gonna lie, it was funny. And I told my boyfriend, because I was like, what is this man talking about? Like, he talking about something, he gonna hold it down. Hold what down? I am not in jail. Don't hold nothing down, baby. Don't wait on me. He indeed waited. 2 years later, he said something again to me. Like, I think it was like probably a story reply again, like calling me cute or whatever. And I still had a man, so probably a different man, but I still had one. So wait your turn, boo. Wait your turn. You get a turn, you get a turn, you get a turn. Everybody get a turn. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. But no, I think I still have the same boyfriend. I'm not sure. But it was the same dude. It was the same dude 2 years later. He tried to talk to me 2 years later. I still had a man or whatever. And like that year, a month later, after he said something, I broke up with my boyfriend, because that could be another story time. I broke up with him. How sometimes us women, we be checked out the relationship before we leave the relationship. Why did I just like talk like that? Yeah, we be checked out of the relationship before we actually leave it. So I was already checked out, so baby, I was ready to mingle. I'm not gonna lie, I was ready to mingle, and I was on that. I was on that. I mean, I had men. It was around my birthday. Like when I broke up with my dude, like it was a week before my birthday, and my birthday, I got a dude sending me money. And then it was like parties going on that weekend and stuff. Like I was outside, I was having fun, I was kicking it. Okay, I was gonna do that anyways with the man or not, but still, like it was just different because I didn't have a man. Now he's texting me again, and he's trying to get my number. I'm not gonna lie, at first I did not get him my number because I was just like, he was one of them hood dudes. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he's one of the hood dudes, and I was trying to get out of that. Like at one point I was like, oh, I love hood dudes, I love hood dudes. But now Madison today, and before then, I wasn't really just off hood dudes because I still talk to him, but like I wasn't against it. I don't want no man that's serving. I don't want no man that's blowing it down dang near, because I don't know. And it's so hard because everybody blows down. I really don't. Like I will, but I don't do it like how other people do it. Now thank the Lord. Now will I take a sippy sip and a drink? Maybe. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. So I do end up giving him my number, but at first I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of stiff arming him. And he kept calling me queen, like, throughout the whole time of me knowing him. But throughout the whole time of me knowing him, like, it was something on my face y'all wasn't gonna tell me. No, throughout the whole time of me knowing him, he would call me queen. And I really just found it so cringy, and I did not like it. So when he first started calling me that stuff, I was like, stop calling me that. Like, please stop calling me queen. And, like, when I was texting him on Instagram at first, he was, like, saying he liked me. And I'm like, you don't know me. How do you like me? How do you like me and you don't know me? And he was like, well, I like pizza and I don't know the ingredients in pizza. Don't stress me out, please. Why are you? Okay. Yeah, so like I said, I ended up giving him my number finally because he kept hitting me on Instagram, and I was just like, fine, let me just give this man a chance, right? Let me just do this. And every time I just give a man a chance after he keeps begging me, this man said he was waiting on me. He was waiting on his turn. Damn near, like he said he was holding down. Like, I don't know why he did that. We would talk like here and there. Like, we didn't talk consistent in my opinion. Like, I feel like I was still like communicating with my ex because he was kind of harassing me. No, it's fine. He wasn't harassing me, but because obviously I was responding to him a little bit. But I feel like I was still kind of trying to get off of that. No, I'm lying. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't talking to him at the time. I don't remember. But what I do remember is like it wasn't really consistent. Like, he would do a lot of double texting because I wouldn't respond to him. Because I feel like you're not talking about nothing. You're not talking about nothing. So I wouldn't really respond to him for real. Like, I guess how he wanted me to, because he would like double text me. And then I respond, like, it would go like that. And then another thing I didn't like when we was texting and stuff, he would use like these cringy emojis. Like, he would just use emojis, and I told him it was cringy. Like, please stop using all these freaking emojis. I'm gonna put one of the emojis that just like he put in sentences. Like, I don't know if you know, I'm gonna put an emoji if I remember. I'm gonna put an emoji. No, the light cut off. Let's get up. He gonna hit me with the like. He gonna say something like, I wish I was up under you. And mind you, never met this man. Nothing. So I'm like, wish she was up under me. Like, what do you mean wish she was up under me? I said to him, I was like, all right, bye. He was like, have a better day. I said, my day just started. Sir, don't ever piss me off. Don't ever make me mad. Like, he wanted to get to know me and stuff. And so one day we planned to go get rock and roll sushi, and he was like, "Can go back to my house, chill." And I really didn't have a problem with that. For one, even when like I think when we got there, we was talking about like if we wanted to stay and eat. But when we went inside, it was packed out, and they was like it was gonna be like a 40-minute wait. And I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm not gonna wait 40 minutes. We can just go back to your place. That's fine. So I remember when we was there, like I said, it was packed out, so we was right beside the door ordering. This lady and this man, they was coming in, and I had like backed up, and I was finna hit them, and he like grabbed my waist, and he like pushed me up, and I was like, thank you, but don't touch me like that. I don't know. So that happens. We end up going outside because we was waiting on our food, and like I said, it was packed out in there, so we was waiting outside, and we was talking and stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of catching the vibe. Like, I was kind of catching the vibe because, you know me, I'm one of them ones. Like, I don't know. I was kind of catching the vibe, so I wasn't really tripping on like him being cringy through the messages and like all that stuff. Like, it wasn't really, I don't know. It wasn't like, he was cool in person. Like, it was cool. We went to his house, and when we got there, you know, it was cool or whatever. It didn't stink in there. It wasn't like his room wasn't dirty or nothing. He was rooming with his brother, and yeah, we had ended up watching NCIS. And he was like, I don't watch stuff like this. I don't like police stuff. And I was like, you're finna watch this. And we watched it, and he liked it. And he ended up like telling me after, he was like, you got me over here watching this stuff. I'm like, don't watch it without me. Like, I remember we had Blue down and stuff. I left. It was cool. He told me to text him when I got back to my dorm. Well, I forgot to say, this man did not have a car, mind you. What he told me was his car was getting fixed. There was something wrong with his car, or he was fixing himself. But Madison today believes that man never had a car. Maybe he did, though. But you know how men be like, oh, my car's getting fixed in the shop. Whole time, oh boy don't got no car. Like, that's their go-to line. They got a lot of go-to lines. Like, you can't have friends. My car in the shop. Yeah. I had posted this post. It was like, I'm single because I'm not teaching no man how to be my man. Mind you, I'm still slick going through a breakup. So, baby, that wasn't towards you. But he asked me, he's like, why you posting goofy shit? And I was like, what you talking about? Acting confused like a nigga. Like, I'm gonna act slow. Like, y'all be acting slow. Bitch, I don't know what you're talking about. I was acting slow because they don't have nothing to do with you. Like, don't worry about the post. Before we linked, I remember one time he told me he was gonna call me back, and he didn't call me back. So, and I don't like stuff like that because obviously it's kind of weird. So he ended up saying to me like, I'm gonna call you back or whatever a few times after we had linked, and he would always have an excuse to why he didn't call me back or why he didn't call me at all. It was stuff like, oh, I was working on a car. My phone, you know, my phone data slow. I can't FaceTime you. Regular call off that fucking droid. Mind you, oh, also, he did not have a phone number. Well, he did. I think, no, I'm lying. He did have a phone number, but he also had a Gmail. Like, his Gmail was an iPhone, obviously, and then his number was an Android. So, yeah. Does that say anything? Okay. Okay. After a few times of him saying he was gonna call me and he didn't call me, I ain't gonna lie, the last time I got on 10. Well, the time before what I'm gonna say. For that, I got on 10, I was like, you're weird, like, you think I'm stupid, you think I'm a goofy? I ain't stupid, I know what type of time, you know. And throughout this whole time, he's saying like, oh, you think I'm just like a HOE, you think all this, and I'm like, you definitely give that. Mind you, I'm telling this story from, like, this happened like before the T page, and I was on the T page and he was on there, and what I was thinking was right. Okay, like, I started being dry with him, and like this last time that he said he was gonna call me, he didn't call me. Yeah, I was like, you're cut, you're done. I already had it in my mind. I was like, if this man don't call me back, I'm not talking to him no more. He texted me the next morning. He was like, to me, like nothing happened. Like, you didn't just say that you was gonna call me, you ain't call me. So I was like, what's up? Like, you know what? I'm lying. I gotta go to it because I don't remember. Right before this, he had said, he was like, I'm in the car, I'm gonna call you back. Cool. So, never calls me. He texted me the next morning, told me some good morning. I said, don't do that on my soul. This was the time I was saying on my soul a lot. I don't know who told me to say that. I don't know. But yeah, he was like, and check up on you. Like, I was running from the police last night. I didn't scan my knee and my arm and this and that. Like, what the fuck? And this is like, and I was thinking to myself, like, this is why I do not mess with you hood dudes. What do you mean you was running from the police and you drop your gun and you had to throw your gun and you was running from them? What? This is too much for me. Y'all, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because it never gave that. Boy, he says this to me and he sends a screenshot of him and his homeboy messages. And in the messages, he was basically saying something to his homeboy. All I remember seeing, because I don't got the screenshot no more, but all I remember seeing is him saying, on my son. On your who? So that's what I said. I said, on your son. I said, you got a kid? He said, that's all you got from that? I was like, yeah, you got a kid? He was like, you ain't never seen me post my son? I'm like, no. That I never was checking for him how he was checking for me. Obviously, like, I was never trying to talk to you, so no, I wasn't paying attention to everything that you post. I barely watched your story, sir. No, I never saw you post no kid. What are you talking about? He like, that's crazy. Like, what's crazy? Nothing's, I don't do kids. I don't have kids. I don't do kids. I'm sorry. I'm not that grown. I don't do kids. I'm sorry. You will not pay me to mess with a man with kids. If I ever mess with you, if I ever entertained you and you had a kid and I knew you had a kid, you got to know that it was never going to go anywhere. I was bored. And I don't even put myself in them type of situations no more. I don't even want to communicate with a man with a kid. So I told him, I was like, I don't mess with dudes with kids. And he was like, oh, wow. And I was like, yeah, you should have told me that before. We would never went on, you didn't have to buy me no food. I would never saw you. You would never knew me or my name. But like, I was like, yeah, we didn't have to do none of this. I was like, I don't mess with people with kids. And at the time, my thinking was like, oh, yeah, y'all always messing with y'all baby mama. I don't got time for that. He was like, if I was messing with my baby mama, you would have heard about it, da-da-da-da. Like, I don't mess with her. Like, we not even on that. I just take care of my kid. When I went to his home, it had no indications that a kid had ever been there. I never seen you post no kid. You don't got no kid in your highlights. You did not let me know. This is when the question, do you have a kid, entered the chat when I started meeting new people every time. To make a list actually in my notes so I can remember to ask all of the questions that are my absolutely not. Having a kid is one of them. Absolutely not. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. He was just like, oh, I hate it. Like, oh, I understand though. Yeah, you got to understand it, baby, because I'm not fucking with you. This is over, done, deal. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. We not. This is not that. You can't pay me to mess with you or any other nigga with a kid. No, sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not that grown. Now, if I was to have kids and then I was like, oh, I mess with baby daddies, that's crazy because I have children of my own, but I don't have no kids. I don't have no kids, and yeah, I'm sorry. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. He unfollowed me. And I was like, oh, so you're pressed. I had to be pressed too. And I unfollowed him back, and then, like, literally not too long ago, he ended up following me, had a new man, posted my new man. New man was in my highlights, and he still followed me, and he still liked my stories. That explains you a lot. That's it for the story time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on my social medias. I didn't say that before, but do it. Do it. Bye.